Hey guys, welcome to Table Talk, that show on the internet where we talk about your topics and questions via the hashtag Table Talk and the Reddit/show/SourceFed. Look who's here!
Hi guys!
Yay!
Oh, it feels like home coming to Table Talk. It's so nice.
It's so nice to have you home.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, what have you been up to if folks haven't been checking it out?
Oh my gosh, so many things. All of the things, I can barely keep them straight. So yeah, I'm doing some hosting and guest hosting for All Me and Screen Junkies, and I'm producing a show called Take My Money on The Escapist. And of course, I'm producing The Naked Truth still, and a new tech series on my channel, youtube.com/nerdychick5.
And you're doing 6-hour game streams?
And I'm doing 6-hour live streams
Holy
to
shit.
YouTube's or to Escapist's main YouTube channel every Thursday. So guys, if you're bored from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursdays, that's Pacific Standard Time, please come hang out and play games with me because I have a 6-hour show that I put on every Thursday, and it's nice to see some familiar names in the chat. So come say hi, please, and say that you came from Table Talk, and that would be lovely. But yeah, so tons of different things, and then I have a bunch of pilots that I'm producing in the works.
That's great.
Haven't come out yet. So plus streaming to my Twitch channel. You know, and getting married soon. You know.
Just your basically your life is like popping off with like so many bubbles. It's like a bottle of champagne.
Just like I don't sleep.
Oh man, I feel like such a failure.
No,
See, no,
it's fine.
You're like, hey Trisha, welcome to the town of you've bit off more than you can chew. Population you. So you're the sane one here.
Yes, I am. I like to keep it as minimal as possible.
Yeah,
I like to have nothing going on.
You are a Zen garden when it comes to scheduling. It's just peace.
I admire that.
Yeah, plans. Fuck plans. I do what I want whenever I want, and that's why I have no
I'm
friends.
gonna drag that rake this way,
That's
and then
not
maybe
true.
I'll
I feel
drag
like
it
that gives
this
you
way.
more
I don't
friends.
care. That's if you've seen a Zen garden, you would know they have like a little rake.
Oh my god, I love those things. They're
Zen gardens are beautiful.
My friend's uncle has a full-size Zen garden with a rake.
You could
And
draw the biggest dick.
You could. You could stand outside and draw dicks for hours and not even have them overlap.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
not
like
at
basically
all.
a volleyball court
Basically,
without a net.
and a nice big
Oh,
tree.
you could just put a net in it.
Yeah, you totally could. It's a Zen volleyball court. Chloe Dutton at Clobo488 asks, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Oh. I think I gotta go with Hocus Pocus.
Definitely.
Hocus Pocus is up there.
That's pretty solid.
It's so solid. I like Trick or Treat also.
I like...
Okay.
Does Monster House count? I feel like it counts. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't take place on
never seen
Halloween,
that.
maybe? Oh,
What's
man.
Monster House?
Monster House is an animated movie written by Dan Harmon, Community,
Okay,
and Rick
good.
and Morty. And it's basically, it's like a throwback to like Amblin 80s movies about kids getting into trouble. And there's this
Okay.
house that they think is haunted. There's like this old man that lives there. He's like a creepy old man. And it's like one of those classic, like, we're gonna go investigate this dumb house. Yeah. And no, the house is alive. The house is a monster because it's being
looks like a
haunted.
house.
It's being haunted, and it looks like a house. It's a great movie. I'd also throw Monster Squad in there, even though I'm not sure if it takes place on Halloween. It's a bunch of kids fighting Frankenstein and the Gill Man and the werewolf and everything, and it just came out on Netflix, and you should go watch it. It's amazing.
What if we just said all the like bad movies of late that have to do with that stuff? Like I Frankenstein could be the best Halloween movie, perhaps, or Van Helsing.
Yeah, or
Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter.
Okay.
I love that
I
movie.
Dracula
loved
Rising.
that
Thank you.
movie.
Thank you.
I also
Great.
don't remember any of it.
Oh really?
But I remember coming out
Just
of the
loving
theater
it.
loving
I came
it.
out of the theater loving it, and every time it's on cable, I watch it, and that's not a lie. Like I love that movie, legitimately.
I get you, girl. I get it.
What was the name of that awful Dracula movie that came out like last year? I had to watch it for this channel, and it was awful. It's like Luke Evans is Dracula. It's like Dracula Reborn or Dracula Unchained
did
or
not see
Dracula Forever or Dracula Rising.
I wish it was called
or-
Dracula Unchained.
I wish it was too. It's definitely not. They were not that creative.
Can you tell me? Can you
nowhere
whisper in my
near.
ear why you don't remember the movie?
Oh, girl, I was high as shit.
Okay, well.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Have you guys seen Have you guys seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes.
Yes, that movie's
that's so
amazing.
good.
Okay,
That movie's incredible.
help me out. Have you seen it recently?
Yeah.
Where did you find it?
It was on.
Where is it? It's not on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
It's not on HBO Go.
Hulu?
No.
Hulu? It's either on Hulu or on iTunes.
You probably
Maybe
rented it on
iTunes.
iTunes or Amazon.
I did rent it on iTunes.
Dying
but
to get a copy of it to show people because I'm like, this is the funniest movie
I
ever.
think it is on Netflix now.
I watched it with
really
you,
do.
right?
Yeah, we
all
watched
watched
it
in the
because we
office.
went to go interview Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi, and they're making a sequel to the movie, and I can't wait. That movie was awesome.
Amazing
It's
movie.
so funny. It's
Most
one of the best,
awkward
one of the
interview
best
ever.
comedies in years. Yes, very awkward interview.
Why was it so awkward?
Because their like sense of humor is making things awkward.
It's making things
and
awkward.
Matt and I were 100% unprepared.
And it was like early in the morning, and like they
that.
were exhausted, and it was just sort of like they didn't know what the show was, and it was just like it took us like 10 minutes just to get them on board with what we were doing.
Yeah, they didn't know what Table Talk was. Their people just told them they had to be here to film the thing.
They thought they were just doing interviews.
Yeah.
And this is like a different kind of a feel.
Yeah.
And then also we didn't, there wasn't a table, so people were just mad at us as if it was our fault that there wasn't a table.
Well, it was.
It wasn't our, we asked for a table. We asked repeatedly for a table.
No, it was just hilarious because it'd be one of those like, we would ask a question and then they would wait just a second too long to respond. So we'd think we need to follow up and then they would cut us off.
Yeah.
And that happened like every sentence. I don't know, can we throw up an annotation to that awesome episode of Table Talk right now?
It's fun to watch now,
It's
but
fun
at
to
the
watch
time,
now.
it
At
was
the time we were
stressful.
both like, oh no.
Because like,
I loved it.
Owen
thank
loved
you, Owen.
it.
Owen loved it. Because I was so worried because like he's like one of my comedy heroes. Like what they do is so good, and the movie was so good.
You definitely fangirled.
I did fangirl, and I definitely made him a little uncomfortable.
Wow.
But yeah, he made fun of me. I can't remember what word I used. He made fun of me. That's like become my new favorite word is marauder.
Marauders.
It's not used often enough.
What does that mean? They're just taking everything?
I think that they're taking everything. They're nefarious, definitely.
They're
They're not
like a
welcome.
nefarious pillager.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, police. There's a nefarious marauder in the house.
He's pillaging everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite is cringeworthy interviews.
Then you will love
100%
this.
That interview.
May have seen it. This one comes from Jamie B. Jamie is joshing. What is the worst B movies you've ever seen? For me, it's a movie called Zombex.
Worst B movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I love bad movies, and I watch a lot of them. There's a movie that I want to watch that I haven't had the time yet, and it's, I don't know, do you guys know Staying Alive?
no.
Staying Alive is the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, starring John Travolta as Tony Manero, written and directed by Sylvester Stallone,
No.
music by Frank Stallone, all
Yes.
about Tony Manero taking over Broadway as a chorus dancer.
You know what? You sold me. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would watch the shit out of
Yeah.
that.
I will watch that. What's yours, Bree?
Oh man, I recently watched. Ghoulies 2.
I have not seen Ghoulies.
Ghoulies.
What is Ghoulies?
Ghoulies
Is that
2.
the game Grabbed by the Ghoulies?
No,
What is-
it's these little monsters. It's kind of like Gremlins, except
It's like
they're
a
like
Gremlins
these gross,
ripoff?
like toilet monsters.
Stop.
Yeah.
How would you describe Ghoulies? I
The
don't even-
ghoulies
it's just
that live in the
awful.
toilet.
They're just like awful. It's amazing. You need to see it.
That
I'm not
sounds pretty
I'm not gonna
good.
spoil anything.
That sounds pretty good. I'm trying to think. There was an awesome, really, really awful horror movie that we got one year for Christmas Pollyanna amongst my cousins, and it just keeps circling around. And I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, but it's something like it's something like zombie turds, or it's some like traditional Franken poop or something. It's something with poop.
Zombievers?
It's like poop.
No, I've seen Zombievers, but that's like intended
No,
to be.
this is definitely like poop or shit or something combined with like a traditional monster.
Weird
And the
turd?
whole movie is just about a poop monster. And there's like sequels and stuff.
Wait. Vampooper?
No, I'm gonna, guys, if you know it, please put it in the comments. And I will find it
pile?
and I will put it in the comments between now and when this airs.
Diaricula.
No, that's not it. But that's
Diaricola!
that makes me think you should put it in your mouth. That's bad.
Well,
no,
I mean, that would
it's-
be a great name for something to stop your
I'll
diarrhea.
figure out what it is. But another
Instant brand
one that's good. If you, I have been in many independent, really bad horror films in my acting career.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
There's one called Driller that's especially
Driller.
awful.
What is the plot of that?
Of Driller.
I need
So
to know.
I was only in the first scene, and it's so bad I've never seen the whole thing. But what I think the plot is that an alien comes down from outer space that has a drill on his arm,
Oh God.
and yeah, he just murders people.
Why is he murdering
With
people? He just comes down to drill.
I don't remember why he
Okay.
murders people. There is some story there, but I'm only in like the very beginning scene, so it didn't really matter for my character.
I've got a few more.
Is it on your reel?
No! Oh God, no.
Okay. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Which is it's if you've ever seen that clip of that guy going garbage day and then shooting someone.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
That's what it's from. There's a movie
Okay.
called Samurai Cop that I've talked about on this show many times. It's one of the best bad movies of all time. You should watch it immediately.
Okay.
It's a man with no money in 1992 tried to make Lethal Weapon, and he shot it with Sylvester Stallone's bodyguard / body double. It's terrible. It's amazing. And then also there is a Doctor Who skin flick that I bought at WonderCon.
No.
It's not a porn.
You would.
It's not a porn.
Yeah,
It's a skin flick.
The difference
Those
between
are
a-
more tasteful.
Yes, it is. No, it's
it doesn't show the penetration.
no. It's
So
just
is it like Skinemax?
it's like there are no
versus
sex
porno?
scenes. It's like that's the difference between a skin flick
Okay.
and a porn. Is there's no sex in a skin flick.
It's just naked people.
It's just naked people, and it's like basically these four women, none of whom can speak really English at all, are all speaking with
no.
heavy Russian accents. Basically, their car breaks down, and they wander through the woods, I kid you not, for like 20 minutes, losing clothing along the way.
The branches just rip them
Just
off.
rip it off, and they don't think to go back and grab it. It's just like, I guess that's gone. Legitimately, 20 minutes of the movie is just walking.
Trees
and then
do that though.
Daleks, it's
Yeah,
called, I think
yeah.
it's like
You seen Evil
kidnap.
Dead?
It's like,
Trees do that.
yeah, it's like
Oh,
kidnapped
ooh,
by the
Evil Dead
Daleks.
trees. Ooh.
Kidnapped by the Daleks, or like taken by the Daleks, or something like that. And the Daleks kidnap them, and it's just like, the whole thing looks like it was shot in a conference room. Like you can see the thermostat on the wall.
You mean
and
like
it's-
Birdemic?
It kind of like Birdemic.
Okay.
Oh.
Shout out Whitney.
Shout out
Moore.
Whitney.
I think I remember the name of the poop movie.
What?
What is it?
I believe it's Monstered. I believe. I'm gonna look
That's
it
a
up
great-
again, but
I mean,
I
that's
think
a
it
great
might
title.
be Monstered.
I understand
I
why they
think they
made it
should
now. That's a
change
great
it.
Do
title.
you understand why it's our annual Christmas movie?
100% understand why it's an annual Christmas movie.
I think it's Monstered. Okay. Greg P at the Whisper 365 says, "What is your favorite part of a pie and/or cake? Mine would have to be the crust."
Wait,
I think we got that
we
question.
got this question before.
Oh. Well, it went back in the bin.
Who did that?
Who did it?
Next. Well, it's because I just needed another chance to shoot at the lens while I was here. That's what it is.
There we go.
Okay. Emily Carter at eRose1200 says, "If you were to go back in time, what is something stupid you would have done that would have caused a butterfly effect?"
I mean, I would have stepped on someone. I would have tripped someone who was going to grow up to one day be the president, probably. Or, you know, maybe I would have accidentally farted when I shouldn't have, and the smell would have thrown off Albert Einstein on the day he was going to come up with the theory of relativity, and space travel may never have happened.
Okay.
It's hard to like gauge what stupid thing you would do. You just kind of like, you know how stupid you are, and you assume you'll get into trouble, but you're not telling us where we're going or when we're going, so it's very difficult to answer this question.
It is difficult.
I would have gone back to the dinosaurs with a nuke
With a nuclear bomb?
to wipe out that motherfucking
The whole planet.
Yeah,
Why?
because I would have spared us all.
No, you wouldn't have.
Really? That is so depressing.
You would have spared everyone and
No,
everything
I wanna
everywhere
knock out the
existence.
meteor.
You just need someone to hold you.
You mean you would have fired a nuke
Yes,
from Earth
Yes.
to the meteor,
Yes.
splitting it up.
To make sure dinosaurs lived forever is what I'm trying to go for. But I appreciate the Trisha hug, so I'm gonna go with the depressing one.
Okay, great.
So she holds me longer.
Trisha, you got anything on that one?
Something stupid I would have done that could have caused a butterfly effect. I'm gonna go with I would have eaten that one extra cheeseburger that made them kill the cow that would have been the Lord of all the cows.
Oh my god.
I mean, he could have been the Lord of all the cows, but
But we ate him.
we ate him. And so now
What
the
if
cows
Christ
will
came
never...
back as a cow and we ate him by accident?
Well.
That's probably happened, right?
Well.
Am I right?
All right.
Am I right? Oh! So close, Trisha!
Hold on.
I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Jesus!
Hold on. I got another one. Damn it, way off. God damn it.
Shall we do another?
Yeah. Don't include this. What if
Okay.
I said don't
Sir.
include it?
We should just keep the don't include it and then have beep. You dumb.
Should I pick another one or did
I got
you?
one.
Okay.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Okay.
Mammoth Jerk on Reddit, apropos, writes, when was the last time you gave someone the finger?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't know that I've ever given someone the finger seriously, or at least not since I was
really?
a kid. Yeah, like maybe at summer camp at some point, because people were like real
Who
jerks.
pissed you off that much at summer camp?
Well, everybody, because like, my parents like raised me in a very specific way. I was very sheltered, and these kids were not, and they really made fun of me a lot. There was a kid named Ezra, who's older than us, who used to like make fun of my brother and I because we would hang out all the time together because we
Ezra,
didn't have
you're
any
a jerk.
friends. Real jerk, and it was like back before I knew what being gay was, and he would call us faggots.
Don't use the F word, Ezra. What's wrong with you?
Right. One time I remember he said, "Hey fudge packer, you gonna go pack your brother's fudge?" And I turned to him with like so much sass and I was like, "My brother doesn't even like chocolate." So I probably flipped him off or somebody like that at some point.
Somebody like that. Who's the last person you flipped off?
I did it last night.
Who did you flip off?
So, I took my clothes off last night for the Bloodmoon because you have to get the power. I was on my roof, so no one was there. But you have
Wait,
to, in order
sorry,
to
you're
get the power-
completely serious about this.
Wait,
Yeah. I'll show
and
you a
I'm
picture.
completely serious about how come you didn't call
Don't
me.
show me a picture that's
and
not a
let
picture
me
I
know
need to
it was
see.
take your clothes off Blood Moon time because I totally would have
you do
done
it?
that.
Oh.
I actually was.
Wait, to get the power of the
Yes!
blood moon?
I'm looking at a picture of naked Bree for sure right now.
And I was flipping off the
from
camera
behind.
because I knew she was
You
taking
were
the
flipping
far
off
away.
the
taking
camera.
off the picture.
Okay, so other people can definitely see you even though you're on your roof.
I don't think
Like,
so.
look at that
I
house
think
right there
so.
with the windows. They can straight up
They can
see
straight up.
Well,
There is light. There is enough light that we could see.
am I supposed to be ashamed of my
I love this
No,
picture.
we're
I
not
would
saying
make this
that
my
at
new
all.
Facebook profile
I
picture.
really want to put it up, but I know it's going to get taken off of Instagram, so there's no point.
I
Maybe
love
on
it.
Twitter.
Don't worry, thousands of enterprising fans will download it before that.
How
happens.
often does the blood moon happen? Does anybody know?
I don't know. Supermoon is almost annual, if not
Yeah.
annual.
Okay, there was a blood moon last year.
Next time you're doing this, I'm not even kidding. Call me. I will do this with
Will
you.
you?
Yes.
I chanted. Would you chant?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Wait, so
chant.
what's the purpose of this?
Just to feel one with
free.
nature and to like feel her power, her mommy's power.
See,
Gaia's
this is
power?
the thing. Bree isn't structured at all, so it makes sense for her life.
Right.
For my incredibly structured life, that's like the one thing that you got to do every now and then to just be like, fuck it.
Fuck
I
it.
gotta.
Hell yeah.
I gotta. I
I'm
gotta
just
feel
a vessel, okay? We're not us.
I would
We're just the
100% do that.
universe experiencing
I was-
itself. God
I was
damn
in a
it.
bubble bath with candles when the blood moon happened last night, and I could see it out my window.
That's pretty
spiritual.
awesome.
Pretty
That's
badass.
spiritual as
It's pretty
well.
badass.
There
I'm not
you
gonna
go.
lie.
It feels good. Feels
It
good.
did. So I was also naked, but not on my roof. What was the question? What were we talking about? Oh, when's the last time you flipped somebody off? When's the last time I flipped somebody off? I don't know.
Never.
That is 100% not true. When's the last time I flipped somebody off?
I mean, it's before you got the wrestling action figure.
Yeah, because then I used the wrestling action figure for all of my car flip offs. So it's not a car flip off.
Was it here? Was it at Steve?
Could be.
Maybe.
I could
Could
really
be.
see that.
It might have been at Steve. It might have been, but in the most loving possible way.
Of course.
No, I used to be a big fan of giving people the finger and saying sit and spin.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I
Who
used to
does
be a
that
big
anymore?
fan. Really?
No one does sit and spin anymore.
I've never
I feel like
heard
that was an
in my
80s
life.
thing. There, I did it. I'm doing it now.
Good for you.
Right? And that's not at you.
You gotta
or anyone behind this camera.
You gotta add MFer at the end of it. So you flip them off and you say sit and spin.
Sit and spin, MFer!
But you actually say it because you're real mad.
I'm real mad.
Were you ever that kid that did this?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm not doing something bad, but it's close.
No.
Did anyone ever tell you when you were a kid that, like, this was the middle finger in China and this was the middle finger in Australia? Like, there were kids who told me that and I believed it, and I was like,
Good.
later I graduated to, there in 3 languages. It's not even languages, it's nationalities.
Oh, man. It's okay. Sometimes memories get jumbled in your mind when they're from a long time ago.
It's true.
This could be offensive.
To somebody.
Somewhere.
Pointing is offensive in certain cultures.
Hey, MFer.
You gotta point with 2 fingers. That's what working
That's
with
what you're
Disney
supposed to do.
taught me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Point with 2 fingers or whole hand, but never solo finger point.
Yep.
That's offensive.
Whoa.
I know. Learn something new every day.
That's pretty awesome.
In fact, maybe the last time I flipped somebody off was when I worked for Disney.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I feel like we've learned a lot today. Thank you so much, Trisha, for coming back on the show.
Thank you for having
We
me,
miss
guys.
you. Yeah. So, folks, if you want to submit your questions and topics to Table Talk, you can go to the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter, Reddit, /r/SourceFed. I'm Matt Lieberman.
I'm Trisha Hershberger.
And I'm Bree Strong.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I had a different issue
Brutal.
because my character had a giant penis, and obviously my actual human character doesn't have one.
Right.
So I wore like a 9-inch rubber knob in my pants.
Played down a bit in the final cut.
It
It's
was.
Cody's gigantic
Yeah, I'm
penis.
glad I wore that
Super
for 2 months.
stretchy.
They even had to cover it with their
Yeah, it's
hands
not
'cause
PG.
It was too.
But then, yeah, so
salacious,
basically I was
sausacious.
like crushed, but then I had a penis that wasn't mine and 2 testicles crushing my real 2. So I had
Join the
basically
club.
4 balls and 2 dicks to worry about
Yeah.
while shooting the entire movie.
of responsibility.
It is like you wouldn't believe.